Our next setting is our tile setting, and this is how we interact with the tiles inside of the scene. Our first option is the auto replace. Auto replace is going to replace a tile when you place one on top of it. For example, if I place a block inside the scene and then I want to put the bomb on top of it, if I left click on top, I'm not able to. As long as I'm outside of the area, I'm able to place a tile inside the scene. If we go back to our tile settings here, if I do the auto replace and turn that one on, and we go to our bomb, if I left click, it's going to replace the block with the bomb. There we go. I'm going to turn the auto replace back off. The show Gizmo tool is for the Gizmo with the move tool. Right now this is a work in progress. The drag in front is simply to say that when I drag an object, even if its offset is behind another tile, it's going to bring this tile that I'm moving in front of it. So for example, if I place a block in the scene, and let's make sure our offset is all the way back behind. So I'm going to push that all the way back, and I'm just going to drag this one through. With it set to bring it up, even though it should be behind, it's actually pulling the item all the way to the front so you can see it as you're moving around with it. If we turn the drag off and then we drag our item, we can move behind instead of in front. And it keeps it at the value that it has instead of adjusting it as you're dragging. We'll leave it to the drag in front. To the right hand side, we have show name. Show name is going to display the name when you have it selected on the bar. Our next option is the pixel selection. With the pixel selection off, we're basically selecting the tile itself. With pixel selection on, we can select the image. So to demonstrate that, we'll leave the pixel selection on. We'll grab our move tool. And if we go up here to the left hand side above the image, we can't grab it. We have to be on the image itself, not just the tile. So if we left click on the image, we can drag it around. If we are above the image, we're not able to grab it. With the pixel selection off, we can select anywhere within that tile range to grab the item. And our last option, the touch grid to disable subpanel. This is when we have our item selected and we have our subpanel menu up. We can touch on the grid to disable it. Right now it's turned off, so if I select anywhere on the grid, I'm not able to disable this panel. I have to go to my full screen mode. If we change that setting up and we turn that one on, and we'll go into our tile. And now that we're inside of our tile, if we left click on the grid, then we can go outside of our subpanel menu. And that's going to do it for our tile settings.